Alright, SmarkCast. It's going to be everyone's favorite prediction, a prediction episode. It's also going to be very short because I ain't got a lot of time on my hands, and so little time that I didn't get time to set up my camera or anything. So I have to do this Tyler Breeze selfie style, which means I have to keep it under 20 minutes, but that's okay. A couple of things on Raw, not a whole lot of stuff. Wasn't really that great of a Raw. The crowd sucked. They chanted boring during Bray Wyatt's promo, and then further showed their stupidity by booing the Sting promo because Sting wasn't there, and that's just ignorant to think that Sting is actually going to appear at a Raw before Battleground. That's not going to happen. Sorry. So, also, let's see, what else? We had a Seth Rollins injury, but now the rumor is that he wasn't injured at all. It just happened, which I think is bullcrap. I've tore an ACL before, and the pain on his face was real. He was hurt. And I don't understand why they're saying it was all just him playing. He was hurt. I think they all panicked. They're like, oh my God, Reigns is injured, not another injury, and now they're trying to save face by saying, no, it was all work. It's cool. So yeah, no, Rollins was hurt. Bottom line, his knee was hurt. There's no way that no one is that good of an actor. All right, and let's see, Ric Flair came back, and it was completely worthless. He did a quick promo, which of course was a great promo because it's Ric Flair, but that there wasn't much to it. And then Cena gave him the belt, which the rumor is that's the end of the heavyweight belt, so now they're carrying around one belt, which works for me. I like that. Can't remember much else happening on Raw. It was a decent Raw, but it wasn't that great of a Raw. It should have been better, especially for a go-home Raw. So, without further dudes, we're going to do the Battleground predictions. I need my piece of paper because I actually don't know the matches by heart. So, the first one is the kickoff. Cameron versus Naomi. Does anyone genuinely care about this match? I know it's great that the Divas have 4 plot lines going on right now, but this one's just one I just don't care about, mainly because I don't like Cameron. Cameron's horrible in the ring, she's horrible on the mic, and she's an annoying human being. So, in the words of one of my favorite people from Wrestling Heads, Cameron's a bum. And if Cameron goes over here, it's a travesty. So Naomi, I'm picking Naomi to win it, and if she doesn't, it's going to be horrible, because Naomi deserves it. Naomi's actually good. The next one, the Battle Royal. This one's actually kind of tough because there's several people who are going to win it. I'm going to go ahead, and I got 2 bold predictions for this pay-per-view. This one's one of them. I'm going to say Ziggler's going to win it. He's going to become the Intercontinental Championship. However, I'm pretty sure Cesaro's got it. Cesaro's going to win the whole thing. But I'm going to say Ziggler. My prediction is Ziggler. It looks to be interesting, I think. So, and then we have AJ and Paige. This is my second bold prediction. I'm going to say Paige is going to win it. Paige is going to find some way to win that title back, and this is going to be her heel turn. She's going to do something sneaky. She's going to cheat somehow, get that title back. Paige wins, and then it really starts the feud between AJ and Paige, which will actually end with AJ getting that belt back. AJ will win over in the feud. I'm actually excited about this because the matches they put on are going to be fantastic. Paige is not the best on the mic, but I think AJ can hold a promo good enough for the both of them. So, AJ and Paige, I'm actually excited for this one. The next one, we have Usos and the Wyatts, 2 out of 3 falls match. I've been saying for 3 months now, I think it's 3 months, that the Wyatts are going to win the belts. The Wyatts are going to win the belts. This is going to happen. The Wyatts are going to win the belts. This time, the Wyatts are going to win the belts. I'm going to say the Wyatts are taking it. I could be wrong for the 3rd time in a row, but I think the Wyatts just need to take it. The Usos have no one left to beat. There's no one left. I mean, what are they going to do? Bring up the Ascension? I mean, the Ascension haven't had any real competition in NXT. They've been just kind of fighting jobbers. And then they're going to come up to WWE, and no one's going to know who the heck they are. And no one's going to take the feud seriously, and that's going to kill Ascension. Throwing Ascension directly into a title match is bad, bad, bad decision. So I'm thinking the Wyatts take it here. The Ascension comes in like way later. They'll be brought up, but they're going to be brought up slowly, and they'll be brought in as heels, and they'll get their shot at a face tag team. But for right now, it's best for just the Wyatts to hold on to it for a while, and then maybe the Wyatts can feud with Goldust and Stardust. Who knows? There's not a whole lot of face tag teams out there right now, but in NXT, there's several new tag teams coming up, which is a good thing. So, my prediction, Wyatts take it. Ambrose and Rollins. Saying his knee is fine, this match is going to take place, which is good, because this is one of only 2 matches that I actually really, truly would pay to see. This one and Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho are the only 2 that I really would pay. I mean, I want to see AJ and Paige, but I don't know if I'd actually pay to see it. Pay for a pay-per-view. I mean, I would pay $10 to see it on the network, of course. So anyway, Ambrose and Rollins. I think Ambrose goes over here. They need to have Ambrose have something over Rollins for a while. I'm kind of hoping that this turns into a feud that goes towards the briefcase, where they actually put the briefcase on the line at some time. I don't know if I want Ambrose to win the briefcase, but I kind of do, because Ambrose, even though Rollins is my favorite from the Shield, Ambrose seems to be getting over more with the crowd. It's his crazy style, his very Roddy Piper-ish style, which people were really digging. Because I've always said that Ambrose reminds me of a great mixture of Roddy Piper and Jake the Snake Roberts. This is really methodical, really psychotic. Just really, really cool character. I dig his character. And I think he needs to go over here just to maybe even give the Authority reason to start doubting Rollins, which Rollins is plan B. For if Cena wins, they're probably going to say, go ahead, go cash in. He won't cash in at Battleground. I'm going to go ahead and predict that. I'll say that if he does cash in, Ambrose will stop him again. That's what will happen, because the plan is going to go forth with plan C. Heyman showed up, said, I've got plan C. We all know what plan C is. So, next on the list, Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho. This one's the one that I'm really looking forward to, because Bray Wyatt's actually going to go over in this feud. I say that because I think Jericho is going to take this match. He's going to win it by disqualification or something like that, but he will win it. And then the feud will continue. I think this feud's going to go on for about 3 months, probably ending at Night of Champions. With Bray going over in the end. Bray will win this feud out because for some reason they didn't give it to him with John Cena. And it's not to mention that Jericho's always been a big Bray Wyatt supporter. Bray Wyatt, he told Triple H to bring Bray Wyatt up from NXT, and his condition on coming back was that he gets to feud with Bray Wyatt. So I think it's going to be an excellent match. The promos so far have been amazing. Even that promo last night was awesome, even though the crowd was chanting boring, but those people did not know what they were talking about. It was the weirdest crowd I've ever seen. Even not cheering Cesaro. I mean, it was bad. It was just a really bad crowd. Because I realized that the Cesaro section gets smaller and smaller every week. It's almost like people are dropping off of the Cesaro train. They're not really following him as much, which is sad because he's really great. But the WWE really hasn't pushed him in any direction, and that's why I think he might lose the Battle Royal to Ziggler, who they are starting to give things to. They're giving him the ballets. They're giving him great moments. They're letting him win. So that's what I'm sad that Cesaro is losing out, but I'm really hoping they give him the Intercontinental title to kind of boost him up a little. So, next one on the list, Swagger and Rusev. This is a feud that's actually surprising me, because watchers of the SmarkCast know I am not a fan of Swagger. Still not a fan of Swagger, but I'm a huge fan of Zeb Coulter, who I think is the one that is actually giving this feud the fuel that it has. And with a little bit of Lana too. Lana's been really getting in there with the heel tactics, which is awesome. And now, it's gotten to the point where it's gotten to that boiling point where it's going to go over, and Swagger and Rusev are actually going to go at it. And having said that, Rusev will win at Battleground because it's not his time to lose yet. And I don't think this is necessarily the end of this feud. I think eventually Swagger may actually go over on Rusev. I don't know. I think he may. But as for Battleground, Rusev's got to go over. It's to have him lose right now would kind of weaken him a little, and that's not what they need with Rusev. Rusev is really on a tightrope right now because people are seeing him as a threat and are kind of like, this guy's really good, but I mean, one thing they do wrong and he's tipping over to the left or the right and he's going to fall off the tightrope. So need to really start pushing him, and having him beat Jack Swagger would actually be in there because that's actually his highest profile win to date. And then they can continue it on from there. Finally, the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE title: Reigns, Kane, Orton, and Cena. And anyone who thinks that Cena is going to lose this is in for a rude awakening. The plan has been set for months for Cena to face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, so that's what's going to happen. Cena's going to win, and he's going to face Brock Lesnar. Sorry, Cena haters, that's what's going to happen. He's going to overcome the odds once again. I mean, I don't think Reigns has a shot at winning it. Giving it to Reigns right now would be a mistake because I don't think he's ready. And giving it to Orton would be cool, but what are you going to do? Orton versus Brock Lesnar? Kind of weird. And then you have Kane, which honestly, no, Kane is on the tail end of his career. Wouldn't make sense to give him a title right now. He is going to start being that guy that puts over young talent. That's what everyone does at the end of their career. Everyone does that. So, those are my predictions. Quick rundown once again: Naomi, Ziggler, Paige, Bray Wyatt, the Wyatts to win the tag team. So we're gonna have a Wyatt night. Jericho beats Bray Wyatt. Ambrose beats Rollins. Rusev beats Swagger, and Cena wins the title, of course. Okay, so there you go. Battleground predictions. Hopefully I'll do decent on that. I don't know. We'll see on SmackDown because there is that whole rule of win on TV or lose on TV.